Dog is having a great time. All right. Shall we? Well, thanks for coming out, guys. Welcome to yoga in 2021. So I've been filming classes all day, like little classes to put online, and I just did a talk about death and dying. So let's go ahead and carry on. Speaking of new beginnings in a new year, let's talk about death for a minute, shall we? So one thing that's really great about moving into this new year is I feel like everybody's kind of like really looking for a fresh start. And I don't know how familiar you guys are with the practice of Stoicism, but there's one Stoic practice, I guess you could call it a meditation of, it's kind of like a death contemplation thing. And without getting too dark and weird about this, it's more a matter of thinking about everything you do as potentially being the last time that you could do it. So why don't we start with a little meditation just kind of based around that idea. So why don't you just take a comfortable seat, close your eyes. Start to relax a little bit, relax your shoulders. So notice if you feel any patterns of tension in your face. Specifically around the corners of your eyes, the corners of your mouth. And then just start to bring your attention to your breath. So wherever you may feel it, and it might actually help for you to focus on one physical area, like perhaps your upper lip where your nostrils meet your lip. So as we make our way into our practice this afternoon, keeping that awareness of our mortality in mind, let's just set the stage by remembering that all of the things that we're about to do in our yoga practice, they're kind of a privilege. So a lot of times we finish a yoga practice and kind of talk about gratitude at the end, but let's flip that on its head and instead just remind yourself how much you're actually capable of. As you sit up a little bit straighter, I'd encourage you to remember the old Chinese adage that you're only as old as your spine. So see how old your spine feels this afternoon. Maybe squirm around a little bit. See if you can feel all those little segments from your tailbone all the way up to the back of your head. And then finally, as we make our way into a little bit of movement, just acknowledging that there is a slight possibility that this is the last time you do some of these things. So just squeeze all the juice out of every single piece of movement that we do today. All right, with eyes open or closed, reach both hands up. Just stretch your body out as long as you can. Now just for a moment, just imagine you have each hand on the side of a rope ladder and you're trying to use that rope ladder to climb up a little bit higher. Really reach through the sides of your body, get as long as you can, and then just peel your chest open. Spread your arms as wide apart as possible. Just kind of lifting your collarbones up towards the sky. Gently tipping your head back. You can kind of think about this as your first little back bend here. Inhale again. Now with your exhale, bring your palms together in front of you. Just interlace your fingers and go the other way. Round your back, reach away from yourself. Inhale back to the center, hands to a prayer position. Reach both hands up one more time. Just bring your right hand down to the right side of your mat. Inhale, reach through both hands, then crawl your right hand out to the right. So depending on which seated position you took, this might feel a little funky. Just do your best. Inhale, reach a little bit longer. Exhale, drop over a little bit more. See if you can put a little more weight into the left side of your hips. And then with an exhale, bring it all the way over to the other side, like a cartwheel, left hand down, right hand up. Take a little side bend. Find that arch from your right hip through your right middle finger. Inhale, reach and stretch just a little bit longer. Now with your exhale, both hands up once again. Get really long. Now like you got an invisible bar in your hands, pull that invisible bar down towards your chest. Squeeze your shoulders and your elbows back. Find that engagement in the center of your back. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, hands down in front of you. Just let everything relax down towards the mat. Doesn't matter what position you're in, just let your forehead drift down. Take 3 or 4 big breaths and just see how you feel here. All right, guys, in whatever way you need to get there, start to gravitate towards a tabletop position. So that's hands and knees. So you can facilitate a little bit more movement here. Just kind of squirm around a little bit, see how your wrists, your ankles are feeling, your shoulders. Just find some kind of organic movement here. Don't try to look like anybody else in class. Just see what your body wants to do. And then once you identify these couple little movements, see if you can start to make them a little bit bigger over the course of, say, 3 breaths or so. And from the center of your body, the movement just kind of radiates out into all 4 limbs. So your whole body is actually a little bit active, no matter what part's actually moving. Inhale one more time. Now with your exhale, come back to a neutral spine. So just looking straight down between your pointer fingers. Think about sticking your butt out a little bit and push the ground away. Draw your low belly in so your spine's as flat as you can get it. Now just reach your right arm forward and reach your left leg back. This is one of those poses that everybody's always like, that looks easy. Then when you actually do it, you're like, oh shit, this is actually kind of hard. Lift both limbs up a little bit higher. Now notice, is your belly sagging down? See if you can tuck it in again, draw your belly in, flatten out your low back. Reach a little bit longer, see if you can spread your fingers and your toes on both raised limbs. Now 3 times, inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee underneath your body. And again, inhale, get longer than last time. Exhale, squeeze. Once more, inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Last one, reach both limbs long. Now this time just set your hand down so you got the stability of both arms. This is gonna be hard, just be ready for it. Extend your left leg out to the left. If you feel like you're gonna cramp up, you probably will. You can also bend your knee, but try to lift your leg a little bit higher, kick forward just a little bit more. Try not to bend your right arm to get there. Inhale one more time. And then with your exhale, swing that left leg all the way around, crisscross your knees, and then just sit your butt back. Just feel a stretch in that outside hip where you were just working. For now, just crawl your hands over to the right side of your mat. Just notice how that little dynamic movement helps to stretch that left hip out just a little bit more. 2 more breaths, relax your neck, just let your forehead hang down. See if you can take a little bit of effort out of this position. Inhale once more. Exhale, back to the center, unwind, tabletop position, so hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, lift your chest, dip your belly down. Exhale, round your back. 2 more of those, inhale. Exhale. Last time, fullest breath you can, inhale completely. Exhale completely. Find the in-between, right in the middle of those 2 positions. When you're ready to, extend your right leg back, left hand forward. Same thing. Just reaching through the opposite limbs. So again, spread your fingers, spread your toes, press the ground away. See if you can find some engagement in that right chest as you press into the mat. Or left chest, I should say. Whatever. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher. Exhale, knee to elbow, squeeze. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze it in. See if you can make contact. One more time, inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Reach as long as you can get. And then just set your hand down, both arms equally straight, committing to that. And then when you're ready, just start to reach your leg out to the side. Now while we're doing this, it seems like the hardest thing you've done all day, but you've probably done something harder. Kick forward a little bit more, double down, remind yourself how much you're capable of. Inhale one more time. Exhale, swing it back and around. Find that relief, crisscross knees, sink back, walk your hands to the left as your hips drift subtly over to the right. Couple more breaths. Just remembering this action of just subtly opening and closing is kind of the heart of your yoga practice. Inhale one more time. Exhale, unwind. Once again, tabletop position, hands and knees. Let's do 3 more cat-cows. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, round your back. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, round your back. This time sit your hips back towards your heels, child's pose. Now before we get up and moving, just kind of acknowledging that these very basic movements, again, we're checking out our spine today. How did your spine feel through those basic movement patterns? All right guys, when you're ready, tuck your toes, come to a downward facing dog pose. Long arms, long legs. And then just move around a little bit, just kind of playing around with the position. See if you can get a little bit more microscopic with what you're doing. So maybe leaning into one fingertip just a little bit more. So pressing down into perhaps your pointer finger knuckle, and then your middle finger knuckle, then your ring finger knuckle, pinky, thumb. Do it on both hands. Maybe bend your knees just slightly, press your chest back a little bit more, and then straighten your legs and lift your hips 1 inch higher than before. With a big inhale, press your hips back. Exhale, step or jump to the front of the mat, both feet. Inhale, look up halfway, flatten out your spine. Exhale, slide down. Bend your knees from your heels, roll your spine up to standing. Just unwinding, reach both hands up, get as long as you can. Again, find that invisible bar, pull your chest to the bar. Inhale, both hands reach up. Exhale, right hand down, side bend over to the right. One more breath here, get a little bit longer through the whole left side of your body. And then just switch, same thing, other side. Lean into your right foot a little bit more. Find that anchor. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, fingers interlace, palms press straight up this time. Inhale, tilt your head back, reach a little bit longer. Exhale, bent knees, bent elbows, swan dive all the way down to the mat. Inhale, halfway up, flat back. Exhale, hands down, step back, plank position. Hold this first plank for 5 big breaths. Remember, you can always put your knees down. You can also put your elbows down if your wrists are killing you. Work with what you got, guys. I want you to strengthen the whole front side of your body. Engage your quads. Imagine you're trying to press your feet forcefully down into the ground and push the ground away so you're rounding your back slightly. Engage your abs. Inhale, lean forward, come higher onto the tips of your toes. Knees down or up, you choose. Lower down slowly, Chaturanga. Inhale, tops of the feet down, shoulders back, cobra pose, up dog, you choose. Downward facing dog, lift your right leg up as soon as you get there. Swing your right foot forward, set it down between your thumbs. Back knee down to the ground. Inhale, both hands reach up. And again, pull that bar down to your chest, squeezing in. Imagine for a second you're trying to drag your feet together so you're really finding that engagement in your legs. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, left hand forward, right hand back. So you're gonna be facing the parking lot. Inhale, lean back just a little bit. And then with your exhale, lean forward, left hand down to the ground. So your left knee is down on the mat. Open through your chest, maybe look up towards your right thumb. Now, take a big breath in. Now with your exhale, lift your right foot off the mat, swing it all the way back and around with control. Come into this modified side plank position. Now reach, maybe right arm comes forward or maybe stays straight up in the air. Get a little bit longer through both of those right limbs. Inhale, right hand up one more time. Exhale, right hand down to the ground. Keep your right leg lifted. Just like before, inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, knee to nose this time. Inhale, lift up and back. Find that cow position. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time, inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose. Now reach your leg back, straight leg, set your foot down. Just like before, press your foot into the ground. Use that strength to just lift your left knee up in the air. Left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Inhale, reach a little bit longer. Exhale, swing it through, set it down, back knee to the ground. Both hands up, reach, grab on and pull down. Squeeze. So you're getting that drag with your feet, but you're also squeezing right in the center of your back, trying to pull everything in towards the middle part of your torso. Inhale, hands up. This time right hand forward, left hand back, taking that twist. Reach through both arms, spread your fingers really wide. Just briefly lean back and then lean forward, left hand to the ground. You got 3 breaths here, just preparing. Inhale, lengthen through both arms, twist open. When you feel like you have your stability, left foot comes up as gracefully as you can, extend your left leg back. So again, there's that outer right hip working on both legs. Maybe reach your left hand forward if you did it on the other side. Get a little bit longer if you're reaching. One more big inhale. Exhale, guide your left hand down to the ground. Both hands, one knee on the mat. Inhale, lift your left leg, lift your chest. Exhale, knee to nose. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. And again, inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. Straighten your leg. Press it down into the back edge of your mat. Big inhale. Exhale, pull your right knee in towards your chest. Inhale, right leg up and back. Reach. Swing it forward, set it down. This time, back leg stays suspended off the ground. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, both hands up, crescent pose. So that same action with the back leg of pressing down, like you're trying to use your strength to drive your foot into the mat, but keep your legs straight if you can. Inhale, reach a little bit higher. Exhale, a little back bend. Inhale, both hands up. We're going to take that twist again, left hand forward, right hand back. See if you can sink in a little bit deeper. Now, just like before, lean back, but this time hang out back there. See if you can find the back of your left thigh with your right fingertips. Reach your left hand up. So what's your spine doing now? It's twisting, it's reaching. There's all kinds of stuff going on. You're like back bending diagonally. Inhale, reach. Exhale, slow motion. Bring your left hand forward, forward, forward. Left hand down to the mat. Inhale, peel your chest open. Exhale, reach your right arm forward here. Look up underneath your right armpit. All right, guys, so see how strong you're feeling. See how that left wrist is feeling? Option to put your left knee down on the ground like it was before, or if you feel like you can handle it, step your foot back, stack your ankles, side plank. This can be a lot on your wrists on the grass, so please listen to your body. You got 5 breaths in this side plank. Try to find the slightest little bend in your elbow and lift your hips up, or your hips and your rib cage as high off the ground as you can. Now see if you notice those areas of tension that are maybe acting up a little bit. Soften your forehead, soften your jaw. Inhale, peel your chest open one more time. Exhale as slowly as you can go. Set both hands down on the mat. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, slide through, chest lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog, right into the other side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through. Press your back foot down to lift your arms up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, little back bend. Make your hands a little bit lighter. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, right hand forward, left hand back. At least on this side, you got a view. Sink in a little bit deeper. Again, soften your face. Lean back just a touch. See if you can find the back of your thigh if that's accessible to you. Press your thigh into your hand more than your hand into your thigh. Spread your fingers on both hands. Reach. Now you know where you're going next. Take it nice and slow. Use your strength. Inhale. Exhale, slow motion, cartwheel forward. Right hand to the ground, peel your chest open. So your upper body's already in that side plank. It's just waiting for your lower body to come meet it. Take one more big breath here. And then if you're ready for it, step it back. Stack ankles, stagger feet, knee down, side plank, whatever way you need to do it. See if you can find the discipline to breathe a little bit more slowly. One more big breath, you're almost there. As carefully as you can, put both hands down on the mat. Once again, lean forward, lower down slowly. Inhale, chest up, shoulders back. Exhale, child's pose. Give yourself 5 breaths. All right, you guys made it through the warm-up, so what's next? All right, guys, when you're ready, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. So 5 breaths here too. We just kind of spent that first 20 minutes or so just telling our body it's got to get ready to start doing some movement. So let's start to flow into it a little bit more, just kind of finding some organic liquidity in our movement patterns. Big inhale, draw your hips back. Exhale, step or jump to the front of the mat, both feet. Move through one more sun A. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold down. Bend your knees, squat down, chair pose. If your shoulders are tired from all those chaturangas, hands into a prayer position is ideal. We're gonna bring them here in a second anyway, so if you wanna just come down now. Start to sink down and back a little bit more. So as if you're leaning back and almost losing your balance, you could even lift your toes up a little bit. Sink down, try and relax your shoulders. Now we're going to take a twist. I'm going to encourage you not to worry what your knees are doing. So inhale, long spine. Exhale, bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. So what I meant by that knee thing is that a lot of yoga teachers will tell you to keep your knees in a line. That's actually pretty bad for your sacrum and low back. Feel the twist from your low back all the way up through your spine. Look up towards the up towards the sky with your left eye. Feel that twist in your neck as well. Now start to get lighter on your left foot and then lift it up completely, maybe even just like a centimeter off the mat. Now start to suspend your left leg back and then set your foot down at the back of the mat. So you're still in that twist. So if you're a little bit more practiced, maybe you can open your arms here. You can always put your back knee down on the ground in these lunging poses too if you need to. All right, guys, we're gonna come back to that revolved crescent pose, just slightly different way. So big inhale. Now with your exhale, pull yourself up. So again, chest turned to the right, arms suspended. So left hand forward, right hand back. Lift your back heel a little bit higher, sink your hips a little bit deeper. Just like before, lean back, find the back of your thigh. Big inhale. Exhale, this time windmill, both hands down to frame your foot. Lift your left leg up in the air. Inhale, lift a little bit higher. Exhale, left knee to nose, squeeze it in. 2 more times, inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose, squeeze it in. Start to roll your spine up, lift your hands off the ground. Super simple balancing pose, just grab your knee with your hands. So you can slowly start to bring your knee up towards your shoulder if you want to. In Sanskrit, this pose means wind relieving pose. So should you feel compelled to relieve some wind, now's the time. I'm not joking, that's actually what this pose is called. Okay, inhale one more time. Exhale, reach both hands up. I know your right leg's talking to you guys, you can do this. Kick your heel straight out in front of you. Peel your toes back towards your face, lift your leg up a little bit higher. If you think this sucks, just remind yourself, this is like literally the 4th time I've done this today, so I'm tired too, I promise. Inhale one more time. Exhale, arms wide, kick your leg back, warrior 3. Just remember, if your right leg is cooking, that means you're getting stronger. You're right where you need to be. Inhale one more time. Exhale, swing your right foot or your left foot down, cross your left ankle in front of your right ankle. Both hands up just briefly. And then swan dive all the way down with crisscross shins. Five breaths here. Just let your upper body get heavy. Again, lengthen your breath, soften some of those stressy spots. All right, when you're ready, bend your knees a little bit. Start to roll your spine up as much as you can in this weird position. And then just uncross your legs. Grab opposite elbows, take a little ragdoll pose here. Just let yourself bounce around a little bit. One more big breath. Let your upper body get really heavy. And then release your hands down. You inhale, halfway up, flat back. Exhale, hands down, step or jump back, plank position. Lower down or don't. You can always skip this. And then meet me back in downward facing dog. Good job, guys. Okay, we're going to do it one more time, just a little bit slower, and then start to pick up the pace a little bit. So big inhale, left leg up. Exhale, swing it forward, set it down. Oh wait, both feet forward, here we go. Inhale halfway, exhale, fold in. Squat down, chair pose. You guys were like, thank God he just skipped straight to the lunge. I didn't have to do that chair pose again. Sorry. Sink into it, double down, find that root. So if you have to get a little bit higher because you're tired, that's fine. Lean back a little bit more, challenge yourself. Sink down a little bit deeper if you can. Find some length through your torso first, and then twist, and then place left elbow or right elbow on the outside of your left knee. So know that from here we're going to transition to that lunge. Start to make that transition as slowly as you can. So start leaning into your left foot. Start lifting your right foot up. First it's a kickstand, then it just hovers. And then start to suspend it back as slowly as you can possibly go. Dig a little bit deeper. Good job, guys. Now notice your shoulders. If your shoulders are shrugging up, drop them down. If you want to spread your arms, please do. And again, you're just doubling back. What's next? Next, we're coming up to that revolved crescent pose. Big inhale. Exhale, slowly lift your rib cage off of your thigh. So you're just opening up towards the ocean side. Spread your fingers. Inhale, hinge back, find the back of your thigh one more time, finding that little back bend. With your next exhale, slow motion, windmill both hands down to frame your foot. Continue that motion as you lean forward and lift your right leg up in the air. Standing split. So your leg's already been working, but now you're in that balancing posture. Inhale 3 times, lift. Exhale, knee to nose, squeeze. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, squeeze it in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze, follow through. Pull yourself all the way up to standing on that left leg. Grab your knee when you can. See if you can stand up just a little bit taller. You're just finding that balance. Maybe even close your eyes if you really feel like torturing yourself. Remember when we're in the heat of a yoga practice and stuff starts getting hard, like right now when we start to extend our leg out in front of us. That's when you just want to give up and say, I don't want to do yoga anymore. But that's when you remember this is a privilege. I encourage you guys to think about the guy that rode the diving bell and the butterfly. Lift your leg a little bit higher. He had a brainstem stroke. He wrote that entire book by only blinking his left eye in Morse code. It's a privilege to have this body. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep it back, arms wide. Warrior 3. Just let that standing leg keep talking to you. Broaden across your chest, reach your arms as long as you can. Spread your toes of the lifted leg. You're almost there, good save. Inhale one more time. See if you can keep folded forward. Just cross your leg in front of the other one. And then just let yourself fall down into that cross-legged stretch. So you got all the pieces now, guys. Take this little opportunity to breathe. See where your mind goes when you have to pause. Slowly, slowly unwind your legs. Whatever way you need to get there, just a brief forward fold. Feel the whole back side of your body from your heels all the way up to the back of your skull, getting longer. It's a very brief detour here. Place your right hand down underneath your face, reach your left hand up to the sky. Again, see if you can look up towards the sky, right eye to left thumb. And then switch, left hand down, right hand up. Your body's very intelligent, so just take note of what compensations it makes to get into this shape. Inhale again. Exhale, both hands down. Inhale, halfway up, flat back. Exhale, hands down, step or jump back, plank position. Big inhale. Exhale, lean forward, lower down carefully. Inhale, lift your chest up as high as you need to go. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog pose. All right, we're gonna try to tie that all together as close to one breath, one movement as we can. And we're gonna do it a couple times, but it's gonna be a little bit more flowy, a little bit more dancey. Big inhale, hips back. Exhale, step or jump to the front. Both feet. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, slide down, relax your neck. Hands up, squat down, chair pose. One movement, hands into prayer, left elbow, right knee, twist. Inhale, lift your left leg up just a touch. Exhale, carefully step back into that lunge. Inhale, everybody open your arms wide, just give it a shot. Exhale, all the way up and back, twisting to the right. Inhale, lean back, just tap your thigh. Exhale, windmill hands down, lift your back leg up, standing split. Inhale, lift just one time. Exhale, knee to nose, squeeze it in, roll your spine up, come up to standing. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, kick your heels straight forward. Inhale, arms wide, sweep your leg back, just brushing the ground. Exhale, this time step back, crescent pose, both hands high. Inhale, reach and lift. Exhale, pull that bar down just like before. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, both hands down, right leg up and back. Set your right foot down next to your left foot. Inhale, hips back. Exhale, step or jump to the front, both feet. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold in. Bent knees, stand up, reach. Exhale, hands through prayer, twist to the left. Lift your right leg up, suspend it back, set it down gently. Inhale, peel your arms open, reach through both arms. Exhale, press through the back foot, bring yourself all the way up to standing with that twist. Lean back, find the back of your thigh if you can, just tapping. Windmill, both hands down and frame your left foot. Lean forward, lift. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, follow through, roll your spine all the way up. Both hands reaching up to the sky, use your toes. Kick your heels straight out in front of you. Inhale, stand up a little bit taller, reach. Exhale, arms wide, sweep your leg back, warrior three. Inhale, reaching through all four limbs. Exhale, step back, crescent lunge, hands high. Inhale, arms reaching long. Exhale, cactus bend, sink in. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, both hands down, left foot up and back. Set it down next to your right foot. Once more, inhale, hips back. Exhale, step or jump to the front. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, sink. Hands high, squat down. Let that chair pose guide you down into the twist. Left elbow, right thigh. Lift your left foot up, step it back, stay low. Inhale, open your arms wide. Exhale, up and back, right hand, left thigh. Exhale, windmill hands down, frame your foot, back foot lifts. Exhale, knee to nose, squeeze it in, come all the way up to standing. Inhale, arms and legs go long, kick out in front of you. Exhale, wide arms, reach it back, warrior three. Bend your knees, step back, hands high, crescent lunge. Exhale, bend your elbows, sink it a little bit lower than last time. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, fingertips down and frame your foot. Little detour, chest lifts up. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Hang here for 5 breaths. Option, left hand down, right hand up if you want to add on to this. Guide your right hip back and your left hip forward. Inhale one more time. Exhale, both hands down, rebend your front knee. Okay guys, left hand down, right hand up just like before. We're gonna work into another modified side plank. If you need to modify, please do so. So, except from here, we're gonna step all the way back and around into Wild Thing. So right foot down behind you, lift your chest and your hips up towards the sky. Take 5 breaths here too, you got this. Now think about what you got to do to get back to that plank position. Inhale. Exhale, sweep your hand all the way around, set it down. 3-legged plank, right leg stays lifted. Hold here. Just take 2 more big breaths. Push the ground away. With your next exhale, pull your right knee in towards your chest. Set it down. So remember earlier when we slid our knees together, we're going to do that again. So knees crisscrossed. And from here, maybe you work back a little bit deeper. If you can come back onto your butt, that's fine. If you can't, that's fine too. Okay, inhale, both hands reach up. Exhale, use your core strength to twist to the right first. So you're twisting over the top leg. Then right hand down behind you, see if you can find a little bit more leverage that way. And then left elbow to right thigh. Just wish you were as happy as that guy. All right guys, so in this like horse face twist, you can get a little bit deeper to the hip by actually kind of forward folding to the side. So if you have that in your practice, you can kind of work your way down over that right thigh a little bit more. Just let your head kind of drift down towards the mat. Let's take 3 more big breaths here. And then slowly bring yourself back up. Okay, so from here, start to lean back. Extra points for no hands. Uncross your legs, bring yourself into a boat pose. So if you're super fried from all that stuff that we just did, you can keep your knees bent, or you can start to straighten them a little bit. Hands down or hands forward, you choose. Okay, do the best you can, and remember that that bent knee is always optional to make this stuff a little bit easier if you're feeling tired. Now, low boat pose. Bring it down. Big inhale here. Exhale, back up, boat. Inhale down. Exhale up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your boat pose, 5 breaths. Let it shake a little bit. See if you can dig a little bit deeper. Lift a little bit higher for 3, 2, and for 1, cross your ankles, just come up to Sukhasana, cross-legged seated position. Relax your shoulders, take a couple big breaths. I know it's a lot, but you guys are doing great, so just give yourself this opportunity to just let your nervous system cool off. Soften your hands, soften your face. And then when you're ready to do it, come to downward facing dog, whatever way you need to get there. It's like the very first one, pedal your feet out a little bit. We're starting to wind it down now. We still got that one side to do, but you know, we're getting there. All right, let's do it. Inhale, hips back. Exhale, step or jump to the front, both feet. Halfway. And down. Squat down, reach high. Remember, nice fluid motion, just guide your hands down and to the left. Press your palms together, find that twist. Start to lean into your left foot just a little bit more. Right foot up, let it drift back. Plant your right foot down way behind you. Open your arms wide. Use that leverage to get a little bit more twist. Inhale again. Exhale all the way up and back. Tap your thigh, just find it behind you. Slow motion, windmill, both hands down. Frame your left foot, lean forward and lift. Standing splits. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, follow through, stand up. Your foot knows where it needs to be now, both hands up. Exhale, kick your heel forward. Find a little extra lift. Arms wide, warrior three. Reach, both hands getting longer away from your body. Bend your knees, step back, lunge. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, bent elbows, sink in. Inhale, both hands high. Exhale, both hands down. Again, long spine. Straighten your front leg, 5 breaths. See what you feel, notice what you notice. Take that little twist if you did it on the other side, just for a breath or two. So right hand down, left hand up, if you want to. Now remember this next sequence of positions. So we're going to come into that side plank or wild thing next. So how are you going to get there? Big inhale. Exhale, rebend your knee. Again, right hand down underneath your shoulder, twist open, step it back. Maybe left foot comes behind right foot. Hips up high, squeeze your butt. 5 breaths, as if you're trying to suspend your body off the ground, get as high as you can. 3, 2, three-legged plank next. 1, roll it all the way around, both hands down, left leg lifted, look straight down between your pointer fingers. Both legs straight, just imagine your left foot's on an invisible block that you're also pressing down into. Inhale one more time. Exhale, bring your right knee or your left knee in towards the center of the mat, and then just slide your right knee up to meet it. Make your way back onto your butt. Nice work, guys. And again, inhale, both hands up. Take that twist through your core first, and then left hand down, twist a little bit more, and then right elbow to knee. Feel that connection from hip through the muscles along your spine, all the way up to the muscles and then your neck and the base of your skull. And maybe just like we did on the other side, you start to fold forward a little bit, in this kind of lateral bending, twisting motion. Not forcing anything, just kind of seeing where it takes you. Soften your jaw. All right, start to unwind. Take your time. Now, just like before, we're gonna lean back and unwind your legs. No hands again if you can. Just kind of work that weird little movement pattern, because why not? Okay, we're not gonna do that same thing again, but we're gonna do something else that's hard. Lift your heels up, find that boat pose just briefly, and then squeeze your knees towards your chest. Just kind of rock onto your back. This rock here, maybe taking some time to rock side to side a little bit. As long as it's okay with your neck, try to pull your knees in towards your forehead and vice versa. So this is a rounded back position that we're about to counter with some back bending. Okay. Neutralize yourself so you're still. Bring your hands behind your head if your neck is feeling tired, or you can reach your arms overhead or reach your hands forward, which is probably the most successful one. Now we're going to start to rock again, but I want you to not kick to do it. I want you to see if you can rock from your core, just like a rocking chair. So try not to kick. And then just start to make that rock a little bit bigger. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest your head and shoulders, feet on the ground. Lift your hips up, bridge pose. You can grab the edges of your mat and walk your shoulders forward if you want a little bit more room. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher. Exhale, set your hips down on the mat. Just drop both knees over to the right. Don't think about it too much, just let them fall to the right side. Maybe arms out out like a T just to get a little counter stretch. Maybe look over towards your right thumb again to get that full expression of what your spine's capable of. And then just switch sides. Gaze to the left, knees to the right, or vice versa. All right, guys, while you're laying here relaxing, I'm going to walk you again through what we're going to do next. We're going to come back to that rock. We're going to rock up to a plank position. So as weird as that sounds, that's what we're going to do. So it's going to look like this. Squeeze your knees in towards your chest. Find that pressure again as you squeeze. And then just start to rock, this time with a little bit of momentum help from your legs. And when you feel like you're ready to do so, you're going to cross your legs and shoot your feet back, or don't. Just meet me back in a plank pose, whatever way you feel like you can get there. That's one of my faves. You nailed it. All right, lean forward a little bit, lower down. Last Chaturanga of the class. And last up dog or cobra of the class. Let's take an extra beat here. Maybe turn and look over your right shoulder for a second. And then turn and look over your left shoulder for a second. And then lower your belly all the way down to the ground. Okay, bring yourself up to a Sphinx pose so you have your elbows underneath your shoulders. If this is bothering your back at all, you can always slide your elbows forward a little bit extra. Take your left forearm underneath your chest so you're kind of bracing yourself. Bend your right knee. Reach back and grab your right foot with your right hand. So imagine you have a belt around your knees so they can't get too far apart. Now just start to pull your heel in towards your butt a little bit. Now instead of yanking here, try turning your shoulders forward instead. Find that added stretch. If you want a little bit more, then you can start to pull your heel in a little bit closer to your butt. If you're more flexible, you can point your toes your fingers in the same direction as your toes. Lift your chest a little bit, roll your shoulders back a little bit, pull in a little bit. Take 2 more breaths. And then slowly release. Arms out wide. Roll onto the outside of your right hip, so you're actually rolling onto the front of your right shoulder. Drop your left foot behind you. So everybody's going to be at like various different degrees for this position. Try and relax your neck as best you can. If you have a little bit more room and you want a little bit more stretch in the front of your shoulder, start to slowly point both knees up towards the sky as you twist a little bit more. So now getting into the spine, getting into the shoulders. Maybe even work on planting both feet flat down on the ground. So walk your hand, you're like this right now? Walk your hand out like this. That hand, the one that's in front? No. So come back onto your belly and then go from this to this and then roll over the side. There you go. 3 more breaths, guys. Again, try to take the tension out of your neck. Use that left hand to press a little bit more, or maybe even wrap it behind your body and tap the ground behind you. Inhale one more time. Exhale, unwind. All right, we're gonna get that right shoulder from one more dimension. So press your left hand on the ground in front of you and lift up a little bit. You're gonna take your right arm, I'll face you guys so we can all kind of get confused together. Take your right arm, slide down. So left hand forward, right hand to the left, palm facing up, and then just sink in. Now, I know it's easy to get your rights and lefts confused when we're down here like this. If you want a little bit more stretch in this one, take your left knee and slide it to the side. Head down. So So you're rolling onto your chest more. If you're rolling off of your chest, you're going the wrong way. Make sure I get this right. Actually, I think I got it wrong. Damn it. Bring your, okay. So bring your right knee. Oh man, I'm all like, oh, you're getting your rights and lefts wrong. And then I screw it up. Everybody's looking at me like, this isn't hard. Bring your right arm underneath and your right knee out to the side. There we go. So right knee's the one that's bent to the side. Left arm and left leg are straight. Yeah, so there we go. You're welcome for confusing you. All you can do is laugh, right? Kind of goes to show this is one of those poses that I've been doing in classes for like a couple months now, and then I'm like, I got this. I know how to cue this one, and then I totally screw it up when I get too cocky. All right, nice and easy, make your way out of it, guys. So let's go through the same sequence on the other side when you're ready. So again, starting in that Sphinx pose. So lifting up here, right arm comes underneath your body, so you're bracing yourself. Bend your left knee, reach back and grab. So this one's kind of a double whammy, getting that little shoulder stretch. So think about rolling the head of your left shoulder back. Again, knees shouldn't drift too far apart. And then start to pull your heel in as you turn your chest forward. So it's like you're turning your chest away from that foot. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, draw your heel down. Inhale one more time. Exhale, release. Okay, left arm out to the side, right arm out to the side. Roll onto the left side of your body. Rest your head down. Again, you got a couple breaths here to play around with it. If you want to start to slowly plant the soles of your feet down, maybe you can, maybe you can't. Don't force that one. Use your right hand for a little bit more leverage. And again, if you notice you're tensing in your neck here, you're probably overdoing it. Inhale one more time. Exhale, slowly bring yourself out of it. Okay, so let's walk through this step by step so I don't screw it up again. So right arm comes out. This is kind of like your break. And then the left arm comes underneath. So this is a capsule back left shoulder. So notice my center line is still facing forward. Now we want to put more pressure on that shoulder. Left knee walks out to the left, but you keep rolling through both arms. So that left knee out to the side, just kind of keeping you from rolling away from the stretch. And then just let your forehead drift in. Couple more breaths, guys. You're reaching through both arms as much as you can. So try and get your left arm as far out to the right as you can, your right arm as far forward as you can. With each exhale, see if you can relax the back of your left shoulder. All right, press down through your right hand, start to unwind it. I know that's a weird one, it's just something to work on. Both legs straight behind you. Push into your hands, push yourself back through a child's pose. So again, slightly rounded back, let your low back relax. A couple more breaths. We're going to kind of finish things off with a floor bow pose. So let your back relax as much as you can, and let your neck relax as much as you can. Relax your hands, your wrists, your elbows, and your shoulders. Let's take one more brief detour before we get there. Lift your chest up, slide your hands forward so your butt's kind of sticking up in the air. So hands crawling out towards the corners of your mat. Just dip your forehead and your chest down towards the ground. Find a little puppy pose here. So think about pressing your chest back towards your knees. Depending on how your neck feels, you can bring your throat down towards the mat, or you can just rest your forehead down on the ground. You choose. Listen to your neck. All right, now look up between your thumbs a little. Slide your body down along the floor. So again, we're back on our belly. So last little piece, last little back bend here, or a big back bend, I guess you could say. Bend your right leg, grab. Bend your left leg, grab. Grab your ankles or the tops of your feet, whatever's accessible. Again, try not to let your feet drift too far apart. Big inhale. Now with your exhale, kick your fingers back, or your hands back in your fingers. Peel your chest off the ground. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. 5 more breaths. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, kick back. 4 more. Inhale. Exhale, kick. 3 more on your own. Keep going. Once you find your limit, make sure you honor that. For 3, 2, and 1. Nice, easy release. Make a pillow out of your hands and just rest your forehead on that pillow. Feel your rib cage relaxing along the length of your spine. Feel the weight of your body resting on the ground. Take one more really big breath, the biggest breath you can. Feel your rib cage expand. Exhale completely. All right, guys, go ahead and roll onto your back. You can stay in the same position. You're just flipping over. Your feet are facing away from me, and that's fine. Grab one knee in each hand and pull your knees in towards your shoulders. Give them a little squeeze, maybe a little bit of movement there. Feel your big hip joints. Little rock side to side, just kind of massaging your kidneys. You can stay here, or if you want a happy baby pose, reach between your knees and grab your big toes or the outer edges of your feet. Try to keep your neck relaxed. Try to get your tailbone as close to the ground as you can, so it's like you're flattening your spine onto the mat. You have 5 more breaths here. If you want to start to let your feet drift apart, getting slightly straighter legs, you can. Don't force anything, of course. Just kind of find that sweet spot where you feel a nice stretch. Then start to soften with each exhale. See if you can relax a little bit more. And then carefully release what you're grabbing. Bring your knees halfway in, so it's like you're sitting in a chair lying on its back, and then just cross your right leg over your left leg. So you're just crisscrossing your knees. Arms out like a T once again. Drop both knees over to the right. So it's like you're using your right knee to pin your left knee to the ground. Look towards your left thumb with your right eye. For 3 more breaths, actively press both shoulder blades down into the mat. Remember that your exhale is where your core strength is. Use an exhale to untwist back to the center. Unwind your legs and then rewind on the other side. Left leg on top, both knees dropping over to the left as you're ready. Look towards your right thumb. And then with an exhale, coming back to the center one final time. Extend your arms and your legs out long, so coming to the corners of your mat with your heels, arms at your sides, maybe a little bit wider, like you're making a snow angel on the ground, like anybody in California knows what that is. We're gonna do this 3 times, guys, moving with the breath. Biggest inhales we can, biggest exhales to release. So fully exhale, just let it go. Now with a big inhale, lift everything up, arms, legs, head and shoulders, everything off the ground. Squeeze your belly, squeeze your fingers, squeeze your toes. Exhale, let go. 2 more times, make it count. Inhale, lift everything up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze your belly, squeeze your face, find some tension. Go. Last one, find a little hold. Inhale, lift up. Squeeze every muscle in the front side of your body you can. See if you can squeeze the muscles in your shins. Lift up a little bit higher, hold that breath. Exhale. Let go. Eyes closed. See if it's easier for you to relax at the end of the practice than it was at the beginning. Before you drop into your Shavasana, I want you guys to make the commitment to take 10 breaths to try not to move at all. Just see if you can do it. See if you can pick out the sound of the ocean among all the other sounds around you. Start to feel the blanket of the air on your skin. The smells in the air. It's bringing a little bit of awareness to each of the 5 senses, even your closed eyes. Just notice the kind of shimmering quality behind your eyelids. As you wind down your practice today, just taking a moment of gratitude again. You remember that gratitude thing from the beginning. It's how lucky we are to be in this beautiful place, being able to do yoga together. especially now in the age of COVID, how much of a blessing it feels like to even be alive. We're going to finish up our practice right here, guys. Your spine's nice and relaxed on the ground. Enjoy this relaxed presence in space and make your way into the rest of your week with grace and ease. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you again soon. Namaste. Fred, you live out by like Saticoy, don't you?
East Ventura.
Oh, East Ventura, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Lauren told me that you live kind of over by where she grew up.
I live right off of Telegraph and Victoria.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's not that far away.
Limonera Ranch.
Got it.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Cool. We were just driving out to, we drove out to Fillmore yesterday. My mother-in-law adopted a dog from like this rescue place out on a ranch out there. And Lauren was like, I think that's where Fred lives. I was like, all right. Not sure how you know that, but okay.
I haven't seen her forever.
Well, she's still the sweetest person ever. I'm still the luckiest guy ever.
I don't know who's tougher, you or her.
I would argue her.